My interview or back and forth with Jay Prince Jr. is currently circulating the internet. I did it back in 2020. Academics posted it and he talked about it and he said, "Oh, Queen Flip, you know my name. You know who I am. But I definitely respect you and respect you for trying to break down or analyze the character of Jay Prince Jr. But I blame society. I blame everyone. I blame the internet. I blame rappers. I blame everybody. This inflation of checking in has been expanded and blown up, aka friendly extortion, because it wasn't like that in the beginning. We all in our mind wants to get that acceptance in our neighborhood or go to a hood where our people love us. It's embedded in our mind since the beginning of times. Even going back to Bob Marley, and I'm a big fan of Bob Marley, but Bob Marley at a point in time had a problem because he felt like white people was the only one listening to his music, so he wanted to go to the Madison Square Gardens and the different areas, go back to the hood or go back to the Garrison or go perform to get that love from the people because there's nothing that feels better from getting love from where you came from. You can't change that. 50 say F the hood, but even he goes back late at night and people love it. It's nothing can compare to that feeling from getting like I made it and people that look like you or come from where you come from is proud of you. We want that acceptance, not nothing that we can do about it. So I blame society, I blame the minds of how we thinking because we didn't change it. We didn't change the way of thinking. Bob Marley did that. He had an issue. He was in the UK for a while. Bob Marley, the great. One of the greatest in the world. I love him. The greatest. Even he had an issue with that. So him going to the hood or going to neighborhoods and people walking around with him or he going to a person and they making sure that he's good because the person that's respected. Now let's talk about the person in the neighborhood that's respected, the person that's quick on the trigger, the person that people may fear, the person that worked hard for their respect in the street code to make it so comfortable enough for you to walk around with your jewels on. It's everywhere. They're everywhere. But the word checking in is a pyramid scheme. Friendly extortion. Flip, what's a pyramid scheme? Okay, I'll tell you what it is. A pyramid scheme is a fraudulent and unsustainable investment. A fraudulent and unsustainable investment. What else is a pyramid scheme? A pyramid scheme is a fraudulent system of making money based on recruiting an ever increasing number of investors. Now, how can we compare checking into a pyramid scheme? This is how we can compare it. I'm tough, you come to my hood. You walking around with your jewels on, you good. Of course, when you take me and my homies out, you're paying for everything. Of course, because I'm official, you taking me to the mall and buying me things. You seeing around the hood, I'm garnishing respect that I'm able to bring somebody to the hood of status that people love. Then the person of status goes around and tells everybody else, then people that's bigger and bigger and bigger because we all want love from the hood. That's bigger and bigger and bigger. Invest into that person. And sometimes the person uses the investment because you may go to a person like, yo, remember last time you came out here? Oh, you need to come out here. Yo, I need this. You built the rapport and you need this friendly extortion. You get things in either jewelry, either clothes, either money, either investing in something that you believe in, either equipment for a studio. Let's talk about it. Since back in the days of Jamaica or whomever, all the tough guys, because when you make some, let's talk about the person that's starting the person that's making you feel protected. Even sometimes I went to a hood and a person gave me that respect and they knew how to handle it. I had nothing to worry about. In my mind, I automatically say, no, he don't got it like that. Let me look out. It didn't demand it from me. It's just I'm in a better position. Yo, I appreciate you, homie. That's how it is. I appreciate you, yo. You need anything? Like, what you need? Yo, I need some speakers for the studio flip. Now, they're not coming and making me feel uncomfortable. They're very humble. They're using their status so the outside can feel it, but not me on the inside. No, they're not. I'll give you some speakers for your studio. That's what, because you want to see them do good, because you feel in your heart that you didn't have to do that. You made me feel protected. Ain't nothing more precious than life. And if you become successful, you can't be looking around your shoulder. So you got somebody that's going to look around your shoulder for you. You're going to be there with him. You're going to look out. Now, but a lot of people, they inflated this checking in because they made it, it became with demands and stuff. Now they started demanding because it looks better and it looks good from everywhere, right? So then, what is the pyramid scheme? So I will go and tell, let's say, somebody else who's of a status, then they will say, I say, yo, last time I went out there to H Town, man, they looked out for me. Then that person want to go to H Town to be looked out for. Then they do something. Then it builds and it builds and it builds. It become bigger and bigger and bigger because we all want love from the hood. All of us. Don't lie about it. We all want love from the hood. Every single one of us. That's why it's a pyramid scheme. So somebody figured it out and said, okay, I get it from this person, then that person, then that person. Then it becomes something because we're not gaining. What are we really gaining? What, protection? Do we have to go to the neighborhoods? Do we have to be outside even though we love it? Huh? Do we have to do it? How many people has allowed somebody some protection, even if it's on the set of a movie? They meet them. They there. You good. You walk around and you feel good. You walk in the hood love you. You post it up for the gram. Yo, I'm out here, I'm good in the hood. That's a facade that we all want to live up to. But there's a lot of times, a lot of people go into cities, they don't have to check in. They don't have to go to parties. They go there and relax. And there's a lot of times you realize in this inflated pyramid scheme called checking in that if you don't check in, things happen. So you see a basketball player at a bar, he ends up getting cut up. I don't want to call no names. You see a baseball player somewhere, he ends up getting booked. You heard a basketball player somewhere, he get booked. You hear these things and you want to prevent it. So it's a pyramid scheme because these things are built. And I'm not talking about meeting somebody and being protected. That's not the pyramid scheme, but checking in is. Because it allows people to take advantage of others by using mental manipulation to make them know that if you come out here, you be good to walk around and nothing will happen to you. Because nothing is more precious than life. You can't control everyone. You can't. But we know that a lot of people do have power in their neighborhood. A lot of people are powerful and have influence. Remember when E40 threw pennies and stuff? They booked Biggie Smalls. They booked him to go to a show and threw pennies at him. And Biggie ended up having the respect to garnish their respect. Do you imagine that? Paying the money to get somebody out there in your city to make a statement. So this whole and I'm rambling. I know I'm going all over the place, but let me get back to Quavo and Takeoff. The thing is, people say, why are they there gambling? No, they went to an event, a bowling alley event. A lot of celebrities go to a bowling alley event. I just saw Conceited, Javante Davis, Fab, Mano. Everybody goes bowling in the city, Manhattan. Bowling is something that people go to. It's a thing that brings people together. You're there, and people bowling, they're laughing, having fun. It happens. So we're not going to act like, wow, why they're at a bowling event. A lot of celebrities, bigger than them, go to bowling events. I heard Nas is at a bowling event at one point. Like, people go bowling. Black people bowl. Rappers bowl. Celebrities bowl. I heard Denzel at a bowling event before. They bowl. Now it's who you going with or who you going on behalf of. You can't control others' feelings, and I don't want to get into this because I'm not a cop. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not a judge. I don't know, but I'm saying that checking in has been inflated, and it's a pyramid scheme, and that's just what it is. You may not like what I'm saying. I can't really break down Jay Prince Jr. and what I know about. I don't know nothing about him. I interviewed him. I spoke to him because I was telling him they would say mob ties is not associated with snitches, and then I said, well, Bushwick Bill, rest in peace to him, who was signed to your father or Rap-A-Lot Records, told on Mario Machete. He told on him, got him all this time, lied on him. Not only did he tell, he lied. So I was telling him that, and I wanted to know his opinion. And then we talked about the whole, checking in and stuff like that. And a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, a lot of these people, they make money off of friendly extortion. No ifs, ands, or buts. A lot of people are not for it. There's a plenty of towns that people go to. They're quiet. They're not going out. But it's black people. We want to go out. We want to be jiggy. We want to be outside, chain shot. We want the women hitting raw and off the strip of somebody else. No, 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 no. We want to be accepted. A lot of times, being accepted comes with trauma. It comes with drama. Takeoff didn't deserve that. I'm not saying that Quavo and Takeoff want to be accepted. I'm just telling you the minds of people. Takeoff is a solid dude. Rest in peace to him. Quavo is solid dudes. Man, they ain't deserve that, homie. He ain't deserve that. And what's the lesson? If homie ain't have nothing to do with it, right? Allegedly, right? What it comes down to. Now it looks like you have no control over your city. It's such a tricky thing because it can look like they're blaming. I can't blame Jay. I don't know the story. A lot of people want to play detectives. Stop playing detectives and get down to the reality. The reality is that you like if you put this on your back, this protection on your back, it can backfire. And it's backfiring because now people are looking at things and making assumptions and stuff like that because of this whole persona of inflated word check in. They're making assumptions. They're blaming things and they're trying to put pieces together. So it's like, okay, do you really have control because you can't control your homies, or are you behind it? That's what people are putting together. And sometimes things just get out of hand. Sometimes people don't have nothing to do with things. Sometimes it's just like it's a double-edged sword. Of course, I'm gonna see how this plays out. Rest in peace to Quavo. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Shout out to Quavo, man. Two wonderful brothers, man. And I met Takeoff before, man. And my heart hurt. My heart hurts. A lot of people don't deserve that, and he's one of them. Stop giving into inflation. Stop adding on to inflation. Stop blowing steam in the balloon. Queens.